Has Balochistan gained independence? Let's find out. So recently on the social media, you must have seen a lot of things going regarding Balochistan, free Balochistan, and a map and a flag and everything. What happened? What happened here? We'll understand that, all right? Welcome back to the latest update series of Drishti IAS. This is Divya Kamatra, and today we are going to talk about Balochistan, all right? Let's understand what is happening. So recently, all over social media, what we saw was Baloch nationalist leaders. They've declared independence from Pakistan. They are citing that there has been a decades of violence and forced disappearances, human rights violation, etc. Social media is flooded with the images of Balochistan, how it is happening, and they're asking for independent Baloch state, that is Democratic Republic of Balochistan, right? Yeah, this is trending widely. Prominent Baloch activist and writer, that is Mir Yar Baloch, he also said that people across Pakistan occupied Baloch, they have come to the streets. They've come to the streets asking for a freedom, asking for their rights, laying down a mass protest declaring Balochistan is not Pakistan. All right. In the social media post also, they've urged international communities and UN organizations as well. They've asked them, they've requested them to give them a proper status of sovereign state, that is Democratic Republic of Balochistan. That is their demand, and this is how the movement has begun, right? Now, on their own part, they have declared independence, but this is not the first instance that this has happened. It depends upon the international organizations also, other countries also, how much they support them and how they get recognition, right? This might lead to other conflicts as well. Naturally, it might lead to conflicts. But for now, let's understand a little bit of basic history regarding what the story is behind this. How was this occupied? Like, why do they call themselves Pakistan occupied Balochistan rather than a part of Pakistan? Why do they call themselves that? We'll talk about it. All right. Okay. First of all, this is the map. They're saying that this is the region that will be Balochistan. This is the map for that. This will be the region that we'll call Balochistan, and this will be their map. This will be their map that they have been running all over social media, saying that we have chosen our area, we have chosen our map, we just need international recognition because for ourselves, we have taken independence, right? All right. So let's understand what happened. But before that, let me give you a small information that we have ISGS Foundation courses running, live online courses from Karol Bagh and Noida centers. In that, you can get structured classes for prelims as well as mains, capsules, booklets, as well as current affairs, magazines, notes, test series, everything for 3 years. All right. Yeah. The current affairs magazine and test part for 3 years. The rest of that, obviously, as far as the course goes. And this you can avail from the Drishti IAS Learning app, or you can go to the website, or you can give us a call on 87501 87501. All right. Okay. Moving forward, first of all, let's understand what is Balochistan exactly. What part is Balochistan and what is it? According to the size and population, it is the largest province of Pakistan, first of all. By land area, approximately 44% of Pakistan is Balochistan. But it is the least populated due to arid mountainous terrain also, right? It is the largest one, but the least populated one because of the climatic conditions. Please mark that. All right. Okay. What are the border areas? Iran, Afghanistan, Arabian Sea, Pakistan's Punjab and Sindh provinces. These are the neighboring areas. As we can also see in the map, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan's Punjab and Sindh provinces. All right. Exactly. They will have the Gwadar port. It is located on the Arabian Sea near the Strait of Hormuz. Right. It is obviously a vital oil transit choke point. Serves as a deep water license for China-Pakistan economic corridor as well. This is the significance of the region and how it can be a problem and it can be a boon for everybody. Let's find that out. What is the historical evolution, first of all, to see where did this whole concept of Balochistan begin? Like, why is there an issue? Why is there a problem there? Why is there a conflict there? Let's understand the entire history of it. Okay. First of all, in 1947-48, there was forced accession. Now, during the partition, when India-Pakistan partition was happening and Pakistan was being created and the entire area was coming under it, at that point, Balochistan had 4 princely states. All right. The entire area of Balochistan had 4 princely states. The Makran, Lasbela, Kharan and Khanta of Kalam. These were the areas, while the first 3 acceded to Pakistan. The last one, under Mir Ahmad Yar Khan, they declared independence. They said that we don't want to go into Pakistan and we are declaring independence. We want to stay separate. All right. As was happening with India also. Hyderabad, Junagadh, Kashmir, many areas that wanted to declare independence rather than joining India. Right. So now what happened that they declared independence. In April 1948, Pakistan military forced them to have accession. Right. This annexation was the fundamental driver of Baloch alienation. They all came together and they thought that this forceful annexation, this was not good. And that's how they drew a line of struggle, of conflict. All right. That is where the story began. Now after that, there are different waves of retaliation. Multiple times they have been retaliating under different segments, under different leaders, methods. They have been retaliating, trying to get a relevant position here. Let's understand about the waves. 5 insurgency waves broadly we can talk about. All right. Number 1 is the first wave of 1948. Immediately after the accession, this happened. This happened immediately after the accession in 1948. For the first time, the revolt led by Khan's brother, Prince Abdul Karim. Prince Abdul Karim, they started revolting against this accession. Second wave came in 1958 after 10 years of this. After 10 years of this, second wave came 1958-59. This was sparked by Pakistan's one-unit scheme. Pakistan came up with a scheme called one-unit scheme. This sparked revolt. This merged all the western provinces into single administrative bloc, diluting Baloch ethnic identity completely. They started mixing everyone together and their separate identity that was getting lost. And because of this, they once again started protesting against it, that you are not doing right. Then came the third wave, that is 1962-63. During this time, guerrilla movement, they demanded provincial autonomy and removal of federal military through the guerrilla movement. Then we have fourth wave, 1973-77. At this point, India was also struggling. At this point again, India had certain issues. So the timing they had chosen, the sensitivity of the timing, you just pay attention to that. Pay attention to that because it is not random. It is not random. They're choosing timing very peculiarly. Yeah. So now they triggered when PM Zulfikar Ali Bhutto summarily dismissed Balochistan's elected provincial government. They elected a provincial government. It was completely dismissed by the PM Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and this raised the fourth wave. Then came the fifth wave, 2004, and it has been running till present. It started in 2004 and they've not settled down since. They've not settled down since, and it has been a constant struggle, and now finally they have declared their independence. All right. So this was sparked by military excesses and intensified after 2006, where an assassination of veteran leader Nawab Akbar Bugti happened. Right. In a military operation, they assassinated this person, thinking that he's the leader. He was a veteran. All right. Yeah. So this saw the rise of militarized separatist groups like Baloch Liberation Army, right? Because of their own atrocities, just like Britishers, right? Because of the atrocities, just like it happened in Britishers, whenever they did more atrocities, more retaliation happened, right? So here also, what happened was, because you went to these atrocities, retaliation happened, and in that retaliation, Baloch Liberation Army came forward, right? Now, independent or not, that will depend on international statements. That will depend on acceptance of the states, right? We'll see where India stands on this. We'll see that. But for now, we are not in the favor or against of anything. As an administrator, you should not be in favor or against of this. As a student also, you should not be in favor or against of this. You should just think about the economic dynamics, political dynamics, stability dynamics, Indian dynamics, China dynamics. These are the dynamics you have to cover so that you can write a good answer on the mains, right? Yeah. Don't ponder over the question like whether this is good, this is bad, or this will happen, what will do. Don't worry about that. For you to worry is to collect all the factors all together so that you can create a very beautiful answer. Yes? Don't forget your motto. Don't forget your motto. Now, the modern protest and demand, if we talk about 2024-26, there is a rise of BYC, that is Baloch Yakheti Committee, right? BYC. This has taken a rise after the Liberation Army. They've redefined the movement. Now, they've redefined. They're saying that we are highly organized, secular, female-led civil rights movement. Way to get international attention. Smart, right? Way to get international attention. Then what they've done is, this time they've made the movement organized. They've made it secular. More importantly, they made it secular, and then finally, cherry on the top, women-led movement. Why? For rights. For rights. Rights where no country can deny that rights have been taken away, right? So everybody would have to support. Very smart move, very smart move. Core leader is Dr. Mehrang Baloch, who has emerged as the face of peaceful civil resistance. What they're doing is, now we're not going to fight. What we are going to do is peaceful civil resistance, shifting global focus towards human rights violation. They're saying that it is not about us getting a statehood. It is not about us getting nationhood. No, it is about this human rights violation that is happening. Everybody will be bound to pay attention, right? This is a smart play, just watch that. And now, in the recent crackdowns, March 2025, protests erupted in Balochistan over extrajudicial killings and the state's handling of the victim bodies also. Then in June 2026, the judicial action, anti-terrorism court in Balochistan sentenced Mehrang Baloch, right, and the co-leader, that is Shahaji, to life imprisonment over alleged, not even proven, alleged inciting speeches, right? They're saying that dating back to 2024 protests, you gave such speeches that is indicating, the creation of protest or the creation of chaos. That's why international bodies like Amnesty International, they condemned the trial as political weaponization. Even international bodies already condemned it, right? So no matter what, they got the attention. They got the attention, and now the world is talking about it. And if they're talking about it, they will pay attention. If they pay more attention, they will get somebody's support. And if they get the support, we have a new country, right? Exactly. So these are the events that have happened. This is the criteria that has happened. But that makes us question, like, why is there this conflict? Why is there a conflict? There are major reasons like enforced disappearance that we've just talked about. They're killing and dumping. They just kill the people and dump them somewhere. They don't even give them the bodies. Resource exploitation, because Balochistan is rich in natural gases. Desert areas generally are, right? Arid regions are generally there. Natural gas, copper, gold. So, but revenue flows to the federal pool. Living locals, they get nothing out of it, right? Then CPEC and Gwadar backlash. Locals view CPEC as colonial project. They don't want to support that. But then Pakistan is supporting it. The demographic fears. They intensely have the anxiety that a large influx of Chinese workers along with Punjabi and Sindhi labor is reducing the native Baloch population. That way they are feeling a demographic pressure as well. These are the problems that have come forward, according to which they want to fight. All right. Okay. Now let's see what is India's diplomatic approach. Why are we calling it India's diplomatic approach and not India's approach? Because right now we have not come into a favor of anything, right? Explicitly, we have not talked about anything, but we have also played smart. Watch how. Number one thing, official position is that Balochistan is Pakistan's internal matter. We will not interfere. Official position. Just mark that, okay? Let's see what happens. However, India rejects Pakistan's regular accusations of sponsoring Baloch separatist groups. Like Pakistan keeps saying that we are sponsoring Baloch separatist groups. We have been constantly denying that we're not doing anything of the sort. It is your internal matter. You should consider it. We are doing nothing regarding that. All right. Then the tactical shift. The tactical shift comes when in 2016, Prime Minister publicly highlights human rights violations. Human rights violations that have been happening here. Just what was used right now. So we have talked about human rights violation during the Independence Day speech, making a strategic pivot to counter PM's narratives. Pakistan's narrative, sorry. Right? Because Pakistan keeps talking about Kashmir. So to counter that narrative, we have been talking about human rights violation in Balochistan. Ultimately, sovereignty objections to CPEC, because CPEC route passes through POK. Right? India has strongly opposed the project. Persistent instability in Balochistan obviously undermines the maritime expansion, and that somehow favors India as well. Right? Exactly. So this is our position, diplomatic position. Diplomatic position, let's make clear at that. It is a diplomatic position, all right? Okay. So this was regarding Balochistan. I hope you understood the story. I hope you understood the conditions, like how did it begin, when did it begin, and why the accession is there and why they want freedom. Clear? Yes? Yeah. This is a self-declared independence yet. The world has not recognized it yet. Please remember that, right? This is not a final judgment. This is self-declared independence. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. We are not saying that Balochistan has become independent. We're just saying that they have self-declared independence. Clear? There's a huge difference in that. Please mark that. Please mark that. While we've studied the history of it, please mark the current status is still missing. All right? Okay. If you want more such detailed analysis on news every day, we have a session at 8:30 a.m. live session on the Hindu analysis, PIB analysis, editorials through mind map, and daily practice questions that we discuss every day at 8:30 a.m. live. All right? Yeah. Okay, we have a practice question for you on this. Just take a look, solve the question, and give us your answer in the comment section. Done? All right, that's about it. Thank you so much for joining in, and I hope you understood the topic very clearly, like what is happening regarding Balochistan. Everything has been cleared out. Yes? All right, that's about it. We'll see you in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.